Thanks, Carol. Good afternoon, everyone. This is Liz Christofferson and Carol Vickers with Empower Consulting Group, and we're here on behalf of Practice Pay Solutions. We have another wonderful webinar for you today with special guest Amy Applebaum. But before we get started, I just want to do a little housekeeping. I want to remind you that the session is being recorded and that you will be provided access to the recording and the presentation after the session is over. It usually takes about 24 to 48 hours for that to happen. Throughout the presentation, we would love to get your feedback, and Amy has asked in particular to take questions at the end of the presentation. So I want to go ahead and get started by telling you a little bit about our special guest. What's exciting for us in supporting Practice Pay with these webinars is that we get to meet some really amazing entrepreneurs. We get to speak with business owners who are creating success in their own unique way. So Amy is an author, a consultant, a speaker, and a success coach. She has helped thousands of female entrepreneurs around the world break through barriers, igniting their success and happiness via her groundbreaking 6-step process. Her recently launched Release Your Inner Millionaire coaching program targets women entrepreneurs. And she's given her a platform to help even more women do the work that they do. All of her work has been met with rave reviews by clients. She's a frequent television guest, having appeared on ABC News, CNN, TLCV, LX New York, Dr. Drew's Life Changers, and The Martha Stewart Show. And today, Amy's going to share with us her 7 must-dos of success. In this webinar, you're going to discover how you're repelling potential clients instead of attracting them, what has to happen in order for someone to actually buy the incredible products and services you have created, why it's not just about taking action, and 3 simple strategies for generating more money right now, and so much more. So Amy, thank you so much for making time in your busy schedule to share with us today. I'd like to turn it over to you, and I look forward to a wonderful event.
Thank you so much, Liz and Carol, for having me in that incredible introduction. I'm blushing. And thanks to everybody for being here, because we had a lot of entrepreneurs opt into the call, and it really says a lot about how much the information is needed and how committed you are to your success. So I'm above anything honored that you're choosing to spend some time with me on the phone today. So I hope that you're ready to learn about what you must do to create a successful business, because I'm ready to share with you exactly what I've done to build my own $1-million businesses. I have a little bit of a sore throat, so everyone bear with me today. I might sip some water in between, clear my throat a little bit. Just think of it as beautiful music. Okay, so welcome everyone. Now, for those of you who don't know me, one of the things I really love to do is give stuff away for free. So I hope you like getting things for free, because I have some really great stuff for you. So please grab a pen and a paper, and let's get started. First, I'm giving away my book, Stop Stressing in 6 Simple Steps. It's all about achieving business success. This isn't a small little guide. It's a 150-page, chock full of goodies book. I've sold over 50,000 digital copies, and I'd like to give it to you for free today. So on the screen, you will see that there is a link so that you can download the digital version. So go to amyapplebaum.com/free gift. Excuse me, the music begins. When you register for the book, you will also be registered for my Release Your Inner Millionaire Success Tips, and this is where I will send you strategies and steps to reinforce everything that you learned today. So I'm excited to give you that. I am also very excited to share with you that last quarter of 2012, I launched a library of over 50 hypnotherapy/meditation MP3s and apps, and they have been released on iTunes, Amazon, Audible, Google, and I'm saying this not to boast, but I'm really excited about it because it was really scary for me. Many of the titles have become bestsellers, and I'm really just kind of blown away by the whole thing because I recorded the product. I had to learn how to edit the products, and I was nervous. I was afraid that I didn't know how people were going to respond. So it was one of those, I'm outside of my comfort zone. And fortunately, I'm excited and thrilled to say that they're selling like crazy, and we're in production for our next 50 albums that will be out next quarter. So I'm excited, and since we're really talking about how to be successful, I thought that I would give you, in order to reinforce our mindset, I would give you my Successful Thinking digital MP3 for free. So go to amyapplebaum.com/successful thinking, and when you get to that website, just go through as if you're going to buy it, and then you'll put in the coupon code meditation. It can be lowercase or uppercase. You know, it's important for me to say that I created these products because part of being successful isn't about just doing the work to get there. Your beliefs have to support whatever it is that you're doing, or you'll short circuit. So that really was something. It's a companion set of products to what I do every day, which is coach people on the action part. So I hope you like it. Please feel free to give me feedback because I'm always open to feedback because I want to change and shift and make products that make people in my target market happy. So there you have it. All right, let's get started. So what I'd like you to do is repeat after me, either in your head or out loud, depending on where it is that you are right now. If you're at work, people might think you're nuts, so maybe repeat it in your head. Number 1, I deserve to make money because I provide incredible value to my customers. I deserve to make money because I provide incredible value to my customers. Number 2, I am committed to growing my business right now, like not later, right now. And finally, I will implement what I learned today immediately. It's important that you set yourself up every day for your commitments. And at the end of the day, all the content I provide will mean absolutely nothing if you don't have a commitment to take action on that content. So, okay, perfect. Let's get started with the content. All right, so welcome to the 7 Must-Dos of Success. This is a webinar where you will learn what it's going to take to achieve the level of success that you're looking for. Whether you're a person who wants to make an extra $5,000 a month, or you want to make $50,000 a month. There are certain things that you must do to get there, a map that you have to follow. And today I'm going to reveal that map to you. Now, for those of you who are just getting to know me, you'll hear me talk a lot about releasing your inner millionaires. And what this means is not that you have to want to be a millionaire. It's about releasing the successful person that you have inside, whatever that means to you. So for some, it might be about making $1 million, and for others, it might be about something else. So whatever your goals are, you can accomplish them. And today, I will tell you how to do that. Now, you know you're on the right call if you're not currently making the kind of money that you want to be making. So as we go through the 7 must-dos, here's some of the stuff that you'll discover. You'll discover how you might be actually repelling your potential clients and partners instead of attracting them. We'll also talk about what has to happen in order for someone to actually buy from you. And it's not just about taking action, so we'll talk about that. And then I'll also give you some simple strategies for generating more money right now. So we'll cover all of that as we go through the 7 must-dos for success. At the end of the day, my goal for you really is to give you the map to success. Being an entrepreneur is not easy, and I know you can all attest to that. And it can be incredibly frustrating when you don't have the information or the resources or the guidance that you need. And believe me, I've been there. I have had 3 businesses. My first business, I launched a vending company. Don't ask. We'll get into that another time. In 1998. And it was my first business. And I didn't even know what a business plan was. I didn't know how to raise money. I didn't know about branding or marketing or administration or taxes. I really had no idea what I was doing. And some of you might know this, but it bears repeating. I went from 1 vending machine to 300 in a year, and I did not know what I was doing when I started. But I figured it out, and you have to know that you will too. You just need the right map and the right mentors, and you just need to not give up. And it really doesn't matter where you're at today, so stop judging. Your goal isn't to compare yourself to other people. It's to get from your point A to your point B. So you've got to really stay focused on that. My point B now is to be a household name in success and self-help by the end of 2013. It's a very ambitious goal, but I am on the right track for that. But I say this to say every day I'm doing something new, like the hypnotherapy albums. So I make mistakes all the time, and I constantly get feedback from my mentors. It's all part of the continuing journey of success. So you don't need to know how to achieve all your goals right now. You'll get to your point B. You just need the right map and the right mentors, and just one foot in front of the other, one step at a time. Stay focused on what you need to do today, and that'll help you get to tomorrow. Okay. So let's talk about why these must-dos are so critical to your success. Very simply, because when you don't know all the steps that you need to take, then you can't implement them. And if you can't implement them, well, then you can't be successful. Now, let's just briefly talk about the importance of mentorship, because I want to say that without mentors, you will never achieve success. And that might sound like a strong opinion, but I caution you, it's a fact. Whether you're mentored by specific coaches, or you've got a board of advisors, or simply through an audio program that you're listening to, the gateway to success are your mentors, period. I now have probably 20 mentors that help push me through my obstacles. Why? Because when I'm outside of my comfort zone, I need to know what the steps are. And mentors help us understand how to do things that we've never done before. They also help us reclaim our power when we're feeling like dirt on the ground. They also help us take action despite fear. They help us think outside of our boxes, and we are all in boxes. They help us stay on track. Typically, they believe in us, if they're the right mentors, bigger than we believe in ourselves. And they make it possible for our dreams to become a reality. I promise you, sit in a closet by yourself, do your business by yourself, and see what happens. Because it won't happen. It just won't happen. You cannot do it alone. Okay, so what are the must-dos of success? Let's talk about must-do number one. What must-do number, oh my gosh, let me try that again. Must-do number one is create an attractive brand. So let's talk about what an attractive brand is. An attractive brand is a brand that has a personality and that's attractive to your target market. Okay? A personality is absolutely critical to your brand. An attractive brand is one that impacts your target market. It makes a difference to them. An attractive brand is one that sticks in your target market's minds. They can't forget about it. It's a brand that fulfills on the promises that it makes to its customers. It's a brand that's reliable. And it's a brand that's unique, meaning it's different than its competitors in some kind of way. So some examples of brands are Martha Stewart, Target, Apple, Trader Joe's, True Religion. So let's talk about a brand versus a product or service so you can really get the difference, and it'll enforce even more what I'm talking about when it comes to creating this attractive brand. A brand is not just a company. There's a huge difference between a brand and a company that sells a product or services or both. Essentially, it's the difference between starting some generic computer company or being Apple, or being just another expert chef, or being Rachel Ray. If you don't create a brand for yourself, people won't know who you are. They won't get you or your company, and they won't really gel with your product or service. And you don't have to be a personality brand, okay? Because a company like True Religion or Seven or Trader Joe's, this isn't about a person. You know, it's about the company, but that company definitely has a personality. You can feel the difference between walking into Whole Foods or Trader Joe's or Vons or Safeway. And I work with a lot of female entrepreneurs who are just starting out, or they've been on the entrepreneur wagon for a while, but they're struggling to achieve their target income. And the problem is that they don't think about themselves as brands. When you brand the right way, you will entice customers with the story behind your company, with your mission, and your logo and your tagline. You know, your brand is the entire package. Your brand is your vision. It's your company or your personal story. It's the images that you use on your website and in your marketing materials. It's your tagline. It's your unique products and services. It's the way your brand talks, like the messaging. It's the way you make offers. It's the feeling that I get when I arrive at your website or your storefront. Okay, it's that personality behind your company. Again, the difference between a Trader Joe's and a Whole Foods. And at the end of the day, we repel our clients if we're not branded properly or not branded at all. They go to the company whose personality they relate to instead, because it makes more sense to them. So I want you to meet Z, who is one of my branding success stories and a client who is really taking off. She started in an information-based business as a business coach/consultant, and when she first came to me, I visited her website and realized immediately that she didn't have a brand. I didn't know who she was. I didn't know what she did. I didn't know why I cared. I was completely lost. Come to find out after getting to know Z and starting to work together, she is freaking brilliant. She's an incredible saleswoman. She's insanely passionate and ready to serve her community. And she really knows her area of expertise and was really ready to create a company that was dedicated to that. So her goal is to help women price themselves right. But you would never have known that from looking at her company. She had no brand, nothing her audience could relate to, no reason to engage with her and her company. So we got to the business of creating her company personality. We identified her vision. We got really clear on not only who her target market is, but the problems that they suffer from and how she wanted to help them. And then we carefully developed a brand that reflected those things. When we were finished, her company personality shined. She was a bona fide brand. We gave her a website with a complete overhaul. By the way, in case you ever want to check out what she's got going on, her company is Accelerate Her International. Accelerate Her, ACCELERATE, Her International. We gave her website a complete overhaul. We provided it with a great logo, a beautiful color scheme, great images, simple navigation, a compelling message, and a compelling message that made sense to her customer base. So remember, not everybody's website or storefront is going to look the same. It's meant to appeal to your target market. The message and the products and the services are meant to appeal to the target market. She created videos that shared the essence and the purpose of her brand and how it could help her customers. And she created products and services that her customers actually wanted. And we know that they wanted them because we asked. We did the research before she created her products and services. Bottom line is the results are her company is growing. She started making money through her consulting services. She wrote a book that her community loves. She's in the process of launching 2 new products. And she's building relationships with power partners like the SBA. The SBA and Z and her company are expanding her reach to all the SBAs, hopefully throughout the nation. But for now, it'll be regional. None of this would have happened if she'd have settled for a brandless company. So to sum up must-do number 1, if you want to attract potential clients instead of repel them, you have to create a brand that your target market just feels that they must be involved with. And the majority of entrepreneurs that come to me don't understand this. They don't know what steps to take to create that, and so they haven't taken them. So it really starts with you embracing that you want a brand instead of a product or service, and then taking specific actions to create that brand. Okay. Moving on to must-do number 2. Okay. Must-do number 2 is make money now. There is a misconception out there that everything must be perfect before we can start offering our products and services and start making money. That everything must, be just right. So people end up spending a lot of time and money making the website perfect, creating and recreating their systems, their vision, their products and services, tweaking this, tweaking that, going over their goals, making sure they have enough members before they start selling. This is perfectionism talking, and ladies, I know that you know what I'm talking about. And by the way, perfectionism is fear. Fear of some type, whether it's not being perfect or fear of looking bad or fear of failing, and this isn't going to get you anywhere. The reality is that your business is a work in progress, and that there are a few things that you just need to start doing now to achieve success in the future. Okay, so what I want to do is go through some of those things that you can start doing now, and then you'll tweak and you'll modify as you go. So number 1, focus on making money now. If you want to make money now, you have to focus on making money now, not on being perfect. That sounds simple, but I have to tell you again, I work with entrepreneurs all over the world, and you wouldn't believe how common it is for them to sit in administration and prep and beautification and all of these things except for sales, marketing, and building relationships. And that's what's going to sell your products. And I'm not just saying that, I'm not saying that those other things don't need to be done. What I'm saying is that at some point, the point where you say that you need money, you've got to focus on making money, not having things perfect. And I'll tell you, I hate saying this, but I have, because I love branding and I'm a perfectionist, I suffer from the disease, I have so many millionaire friends whose products and services are great, but their website's slightly messy. There's not everything administratively is perfect. Their customer service isn't perfect, and they're making lots of money. So you don't need to be perfect. All right, so what's your plan to make more money? You definitely need one. Now, the second reality, the thing that you need to do to start making and generating money now is get feedback, okay? It's not perfectionism that you need. It's feedback on what it is that you're actually doing. You've got to get your stuff out there because you're not going to know what works or what doesn't if you don't. And then you'll get feedback from your customers, and then you'll tweak things as you go. It's all part of the process. Collecting feedback is definitely an art, and it's a very necessary one if you plan to be successful, which I know everybody on this call does. Now, if you're part of my coaching club, I know we do have a few guests. You know that we spend a lot of time collecting feedback from your team of mentors that you create. And the reason to everybody else that we do this is because it's critical to your success. If you don't check in with your audience, you're just creating stuff that you think would be great. You know, that doesn't mean it's going to sell. So, okay. And the third reality is, so that you can start making, sorry, I gotta have a drink of water. The third reality is when you want to start making money now and you're trying to move away from being perfect, is there are specific beliefs and actions that you have to have in order to start generating that revenue. Because if you don't have the right mindset, the core belief that what you offer is awesome and a passionate way to share it, right? Like you should be able to stand on a platform and talk about your products and services because you love them and because you know specifically how they're going to help your customer base. If you have beliefs other than that, then they're preventing you from moving forward. And that hypnosis MP3 will get you started in that direction of successful thinking. So please use that. And of course, we have many other titles to choose from, but I think that'll be a really good way for you to get started. The bottom line is it's okay to just start. Give yourself permission. I'm giving you permission. Liz and Carol are giving you permission. Don't worry about making things perfect. Don't worry about making mistakes. You're going to make tons of them. In fact, you want to make mistakes so that you can make things better as you go. Again, it's all part of the process. Now, what I'd like to do is just showcase for you an example. One of my clients, her name is Jenny, and she's a massage therapist. And she came to me very scared. She was scared and anxious about just about everything in her business, from her accent, because she's not from this country, to not thinking that she's smart enough to be successful. And, you know, she really came and had a million excuses as to why she couldn't just start. There was always something, you know, that isn't ready or I'm not quite ready because of. So we started working through the fears. That was number one. We worked on breaking down the old destructive conversations about money that she was having with herself. Then we raised her prices. Then we determined who her power partners were so that we could start getting to the business of expanding her business quickly. Then we implemented a plan to get those referral partners. And then from there, she started taking meetings with those partners. So that started to lead to business. And then we broke down her marketing strategies, which was eliminating some and adding others. And within 30 days, we were marketing to her target market. Bottom line is she got moving, and we tweaked and we modified as we went. We weren't going for perfection. And the biggest, you know, the biggest aha I think that she really walked away with was she was anticipating that one day she would feel confident, and that's when she would start. And the bottom line is her confidence didn't come before she started taking action. It came as a result of taking action. And I want to share for everyone that that's the way confidence building works. You take action, make mistakes, tweak and modify, and then you take action again, and your result is better, and then you're confident, right? You have to start jogging and training before you can run the marathon. You're not going to be confident you can run a marathon until you run a marathon. So the bottom line is she increased her monthly income from $2,500 per month to $10,000 a month in about 4.5 months. This is how to start making money now. Okay. Must-do number 3, network effectively. Really, really, really critical. So what does this mean? Well, the misconception is that you have to go to every networking event and be on every social networking site out there in order to be successful. And this is pretty overwhelming. The reality is less plus specific equals more. Less plus specific equals more. People waste so much time and resources attending the wrong events and talking to the wrong people. Quality over quantity is what you're looking for. So where do the people that need your products and services spend their time? That's where you want to go. You want to go where your potential clients and your potential partners are. That's what being strategic is, targeting your audience and building quality relationships. And when it comes to social media, it's the same thing. Don't let social media confuse you. Social networking or social media marketing is getting on those platforms like Facebook and LinkedIn and Twitter and Pinterest and Instagram and networking, except that you can reach many more people. So the question you ask yourself, again, is who do you want to reach? And you can establish your relationships, which is why the social networking platforms are so great, without leaving the office. And that's a huge plus for many stay-at-home moms and people who work, from home. And for those who are limited on time and can't get to events. The social media platforms are also really good for people who are afraid of traditional networking, because it makes it possible for you to build relationships, and you've got that fourth wall. So and you can build relationships with people all over the world, which you can't do if you're attending live events. I'm a huge, huge, huge supporter of using those social media marketing and social networking platforms to build your business. But you've got to target your audience and your partners properly in order to do it. I'll give you a quick example. One of my past clients, Kirsten Ramasar, she's an independent distributor for Arbonne International, and she has a brick-and-mortar business called Rejuvenate Chiropractic Spa. Both businesses she built to success from the ground up, and the majority of her success comes from her relationship-building skills. So we were able to, together, get very clear about who she needed to partner with and build a strategy around connecting with those people in order to discuss potential synergies. Today, Kirsten is a multimillionaire, which is really exciting. So when you're specific in terms of who you're targeting and you're attending events, whether on or offline, that makes sense, it all becomes so easy because you're looking for people in all the right places. So having a full calendar of appointments becomes inevitable, and growing your business becomes inevitable. Okay, must-do number 4. My slide isn't building properly. I have to work on that. Change the way you market forever. Okay. This is really, 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 really important. The misconception is that if you create a quality product or service, that your community will buy those products and services. And I see it every day. Beautiful website, beautiful products all lined up, but no clients are buying them. I've experienced it myself. The reality is products and services not only must be the right products and services that actually solve your client's problems, but they also have to be marketed and communicated in a language that appeals to your audience. So let's break this down. First, your products and services can look and be amazing according to you. You can know that what you're offering is exactly what you know they need as an expert. You're an expert. You know they need this. But if they don't think that they need it when they look at it, there will be no sale. And I used to do that. I think I know what my people need. I have the perfect product or service at the perfect price, and come to find out it wasn't at all what they wanted. It doesn't mean that some of the advice wouldn't be what they wanted. It's the way that I titled it. It's the way that I talked about it. It's, the message didn't make its way over to them, so they didn't get an opportunity to really experience what I had to offer. The reality was it wasn't the right price, and it didn't solve the problems that they felt that they had, and so I didn't sell them. So your products and services, number one, first and foremost, must solve their problems and provide what they believe they need according to them. That is what demand means. And I want to give you another really quick, I'll give you a me example. I launched a program, 5 years ago, and it was just all wrong. It was a 2-month program. The lessons were too long. The content didn't work, and it was too expensive. And I just kept pushing and pushing and pushing, and I just can't figure out what's wrong. Then I sent out an email, and I said, I want to get some feedback, so I would love to take on 5 pro bono clients to put them through this product and have them tell me what they like and they don't like. So I did, and what I found out was they did not like the way I marketed it. They didn't like my messaging. They didn't like the title, and it was too long, and it cost way too much money. So I did everything wrong. And this is because I wasn't doing research and development. I wasn't crafting a product that they wanted. I was crafting a product that I thought that they wanted. There has to be a demand for what you're offering. So you've got to get out of what I like to call expert head and into what does my community want head. So is there a demand for what you're offering? And if you're not sure, get sure. How do you know? Like, where's the proof? Did you do the research? Have you actually looked at the statistics? Do you know there's a problem that you're solving? You have to know. So better to be sure that your fancy products and services actually solve a problem and do what your clients would want them to do, so that you can sell and that they can get all of the fantastic stuff that you have to offer. Now, second, once you've got that product that does that, and you've determined you've got a market and they want what you're offering and you can prove it, then you have to actually market. And marketing means get your message out, spread the word, make your target market aware of your incredible products and services that are priced just right for them and solve their problems. This might seem totally obvious again, but you wouldn't believe how little time most entrepreneurs spend on marketing and sales, and then they wonder why they're not making money. So you've got to get it out there. You have to let people know about what you have to offer consistently. So many of us are so afraid of seeming salesy that we hardly ever make our offer. And it's funny because I remember giving this example a few years ago about all the people who have their products in the grocery stores. Can you imagine if they were sitting going, I think we should pull all the milk off of, out of the refrigerator section because we wouldn't want people to think that we're being too salesy. No, they just keep thinking of more and more ways to sell you what they have because they believe that what they have is a quality product that their target market wants. So less is not more when it comes to marketing. Obviously, it needs to be quality marketing, but you've got to get your stuff out there. Okay, now, marketing isn't just getting it out there. It's getting it out there in a way that people want it. So what is your message? Does your message work? Does it entice and inspire your community to buy what you're offering? Marketing is typically where mistakes get made. Not knowing how to share what you have in a way that inspires your community to buy. Not knowing how to word your messaging so that people get excited about what you're offering. Not knowing what ways to market and how often. So know who your market is and what problems your products and services solve for them, and then spread your message and make sure that your message captures their interest so that they get the chance to purchase and experience your incredible products and services. Okay, must-do number 5. Get publicity now. Okay, the misconception is that publicity is expensive and ineffective. And it is in many respects, but we're going to talk about that. They do cost you anywhere from $2,500 a month to $15,000 per month. That's a fact. And sometimes you'll get results and sometimes you won't. It all really depends on what you're offering, how newsworthy it is, how good your PR team is at creating buzz, how good the hook is that they create for you around your products, services, and brand, and the quality of their relationships in your space. Because if they don't have relationships in your space, then they won't be able to help you. The reality is that you can get thousands of dollars of effective publicity for free, and you want to do this. If your product is ready to go and you feel great that your brand and your products and services are all ready for your target market and it's unique and it's everything we've covered so far, then you want to get publicity. The reason for it, there are 2 real primary reasons that publicity is so awesome. Number 1, it establishes your credibility like nothing else can. When the world says your stuff is great, then people believe that your stuff is great. Number 2, it raises awareness of your brand. It gets you out to the world, and that is where the value is created. This is where people will get to be drawn to you and your company and have the opportunity to read your message. And the more people read your incredible marketing materials and copy and messages, then the more success you will see because they're participating in them. Now, publicity does not have to be expensive. There are a variety of ways that you can get in touch with publications, radio stations, TV networks, and online media sources all by yourself, and it's free. The thing is it does take time, but in the beginning, guerrilla publicity is often what you need to do in order to really launch awareness about your brand. It can also be a lot more effective because when you're calling these media outlets and you're pitching why it would be great for them to put this article in their magazine, you care more about your brand, so the passion and the enthusiasm comes across in a way that PR companies won't. Now, I can say, speaking for myself, I have garnered a good amount of publicity, and I would say about 90% of it I created on my own, including some of the big ones like ABC and TLC. It has elevated my platform tenfold, and it will yours too. So if you want your market to know about your brand, publicity is important because it really lets your audience know that they can count on your brand and that others believe in your brand too. Now, there are two things that I need you to be mindful of when you start generating publicity for yourself, and these are very, very, very important. Number one, they're warnings, okay? Number one, be as good as you say you are, meaning don't disappoint, because if your product and services aren't totally awesome, then when you get that publicity, lots of people will learn that they're not awesome, and they will spread the word, so it will backfire. Number two, you've got to be ready for the publicity. A lot of times people think, you know, just getting publicity is great. It's not true. It's not true at all. There's nothing worse than getting a lot of publicity to your website or people calling your office and you're not prepared to deal with the influx of business, or you don't even have what they would want because the masses you're not ready to sell to. So you've got to be clear on what your goals are and have a strategy before you launch your publicity effort. Now, a quick example is I got a really great piece of publicity on ABC, and my phone was ringing off the hook, and I hadn't launched the coaching club yet. And the coaching club offers affordable options for people to get coaching support and build their business. Well, I didn't have that before. I only had expensive one-on-one private coaching. So when the phone started ringing, and I had been, my publicity reached the masses, they wanted something affordable, and I had to turn them all away. It was embarrassing, and it was terrible because I didn't get to reach my entire marketplace, and I lost out on the potential income that I could have gained as a result of that publicity. Now, there are all sorts of ways to go out and get publicity, and it's critical that you know how to get noticed by the media, so don't just start calling on them because you have to do specific things and write certain hooks and really understand how what you're doing is relevant to what's going on in the world. So get a mentor and start working this angle because it will make all the difference in the world to your brand when you're ready. Okay, must-do number 6 is adopt a millionaire's mindset. Adopt a millionaire's mindset. So the misconception is that if I take the right actions, I'll succeed. But how many of you have taken the right actions and still didn't succeed? I mean, I have, and it's a very common theme amongst entrepreneurs, because the reality is that if your beliefs don't support your actions, eventually you will short-circuit yourself. If you want to be successful, yes, you have to take action, but your mindset has to support it. You have to. You can't take the right actions, get in front of your audience, and then not think you're good enough as a coach, right? And then, so when I start talking about it, I don't sound confident. And then, boom, I lost all those opportunities. So, I also want to say, this is an important point. Successful mindsets don't just happen. You do have to practice. So this should give a lot of you relief because, we all have a PhD in our current way of thinking. And now you need a PhD in the new way of thinking that supports you in becoming successful. And you've got to practice that if you're not used to it. And you have to be held accountable to taking the actions that support those beliefs. So there really are certain ways of thinking that successful people adopt and practice. And again, I say adopt and practice because not everybody's born with those unless you happen to have the most inspiring, fantastic thinking parents and were exposed to that. So again, this should give you some relief, especially those of you who were raised around people with negative mindsets. You can learn new ways of thinking that will support your success. It's possible, and then you can act out of those new beliefs. You are not stuck with the beliefs that you were born with or that you were exposed to. So those are just temporary, and you can adopt and practice new ones. So it is time to abandon the ones that don't support you being successful. And I see these types of shifts and transformations every day. And once you have a powerful set of beliefs, you know, you really can get through any obstacle in your business. You have a new way of managing the conversation of fear, dealing with challenges. There are usually about 10 common ways of thinking that destroy our ability to succeed. And once you learn what those are and you adopt them and practice the new ways of thinking, everything starts to shift. We talk about this in detail in the coaching club because, again, your thinking is the foundation of your business. It's the core. Once you nail this, everything starts to shift for you. Okay, water break. I hate taking water breaks. I always think to myself, they can hear me swallowing.
Great.
Right? Oh, and right before the call, this is all women, right?
Pretty much.
Pretty much. Okay, well, men will appreciate this too. I just had a baby, and 8 weeks ago, she's the tiniest, cutest little, oh my God thing, and sometimes I have to pump at really inopportune times. And right before this call, it hit me, oh my God, I have to do this. But it is, you know, I keep thinking to myself, am I going to be on a call like this and one day have to do that? And you know, if it happens, I'm just going to have to roll with the punches. So, right? We're not going for perfectionism. That's what I hope for. Okay, so we just adopted a millionaire's mindset. Now we are moving on to must-do number 7, which is mentorship is mandatory for success. So we talked about this a little bit earlier. The misconception is I can do it on my own. And women, we really struggle from this, and so do men. So men, you know, you got that ego there, and I can do it on my own. I don't need help. You know, and women, we're like try to be superhuman. And we don't want to burden people by asking for help, okay? Both parties got to let that go. We have to let that go. You cannot do it on your own. You can get things going, but you can't actually build a business on your own because I imagine you want to sell to a community of people, a target market, and you're going to need partners to help you. So success is really only possible with the right team that takes the right actions. And you don't have to have tons of money to create a great supportive team. So that should be comforting for those of you who have a small marketing budget. So should you invest in some really incredible mentors? Yes. I'm not trying to turn people away from hiring a coach. I'm a coach for a living. But you can do affordable programs, and you need to do that as you grow. So there are all sorts of ways to bring mentors on that don't break the bank. So again, group coaching programs that are affordable. I launched my Release Your Inner Millionaires Coaching Club as a result of that need. People were like, I don't have thousands of dollars to spend on one-on-one coaching. So how can you help me and give me that service and make it affordable? There are also affordable books out there, products where experts teach you their strategies and steps, and it's, you know, very inexpensive to purchase. And there are all sorts of free mentors all around you that will help you because they believe in your vision and they want to partner up with you because they love what you're doing and want to support you in your success. So if you want to start a successful business or grow your business successfully, you're going to be outside of your comfort zone. And once you're outside of your comfort zone, you're not going to know what to do. And that's why you need experts, coaches, mentors, free, affordable, expensive, however you're going to get them, you need to get them. It's really best for you to think now, this is one of my biggest mistakes, was not thinking this, that these mentors are just part of a business owner's life. It's part of the process because without them, you won't grow. And the good news is, who wants to do it alone? I mean, I don't. If I was left to myself, I would seriously drive my business into the ground because I really do suffer from perfectionism disease, and they keep me on track. So I'm a great coach, but I need support in a lot of other areas of my business. And I imagine that all of you do too. Okay, so let's talk about the success map. Those are the 7 must-dos of success. I have worked with dozens of mentors in my business over the last 15 years, and they have been critical to my success because they provide the map. And you need the success map. That's why you're on the phone today. You have to know what will make the difference. And I've seen a lot of people struggle because they don't know the things that I shared with you today, and they don't know how to create those things step by step. So they spent a lot of time going in the wrong directions. There are certain steps to follow and an order of things that you must follow in order to create that success. You cannot be all over the place. So I hope that what I'm sharing with you is opening your eyes in certain areas. I know it will save you a great amount of time. So let's just kind of do an overview of the success map now. Number one, you must create a brand that embodies you. And you meaning your company, the personality of your company. You've really got to have that brand. You've got to craft an action plan to increase your income now. If you want to make money now, you need to start planning to make money now. Then you need to design a networking system to make and manage relationships. This is really, really important because relationships are going to be the key to your success. You need to decide what problems your market suffers from, and you need to solve them with your products and your services. You need to devise a publicity strategy to implement immediately so that you can elevate your brand. You need to determine what beliefs to adopt to be successful. So which ones are destructive that you have right now that you need to abandon, and which ones do you need to adopt in order to move forward. And then you need to enroll a team to assist you. If you take these steps and you follow the success map, what you're doing is increasing your income as well as your credibility and brand awareness. So by following the map, taking the steps in each of the areas, and incorporating mentors into your plan, you're absolutely making not only the right progress, but you're headed for success, which means happiness, peace, money, whatever success means for you. Okay. All right. What's next is I would like to help you. So I want to talk about how I can do that. For those of you who are really ready to go to that next level and you need support getting there. Okay, I launched something called the Release Your Inner Millionaires Coaching Club. It says millionaires, which screams women, but I will tell you that 20% of our attendees are men. So don't let that fool you. But yes, I originally started marketing towards women, and the men said, hey, why are you leaving me out? So it is a 4-tiered coaching club dedicated to achieving business success. And what we're talking about is step-by-step business building. Each one of the tiers is a different price point and offers different things so that you can find the fit that's right for you. And I say step-by-step because building your business is a step-by-step process. I have so many entrepreneurs in my club who are struggling. And they're struggling even though they might have been in business for 5 years because they've missed a few of the very important steps. So this coaching club is filled with training, assignments, so that you always know what you're doing, coaching so that you have somebody to run things by and help you move past challenges, accountability so that you stay on track, and resources. So I'll do a quick outline of what those levels are. I really want you to know that this was one of my better branding moments where I came up with some really fancy titles. Level 1, 2, 3, and 4. No one's laughing. It's ridiculous, and it will change. However, it really has been working for me, which is why I haven't changed it to date. But level 1 is monthly coaching and training. Level 2 is a 1-year business development program, which takes you through the business building process step by step. And levels 3 and 4 are private coaching and real direct one-on-one. I'm not going to talk about level 2 today. For those of you who really are committed and want to be in a 1-year program where we are going to figure out exactly what's holding you back or why you have been struggling and build your business in a very strategic fashion where by month 3 you're making money, please contact me and we will talk about how and what we have to offer there. For those of you who know you want one-on-one attention, feel free to reach out to me and we'll talk about those. Level 1 is an opportunity for you to get started and have an experience of working with me and my team and have an experience working with the techniques and strategies that we use in order to help you. And I have a special because I absolutely love what Practice Pay Solutions is doing to support you, and I want to be part of that. So let's talk about level 1 real quickly, and then when we're done with this, we'll answer questions. So level 1, who is it for? Startup entrepreneurs and struggling entrepreneurs. When I say struggling, we're talking about you've been in business for 1 to 10 years, you're not making the money you want, you're not serving as many clients as you'd like, you're not achieving your goal, and you're probably on a budget. So some of the issues that you're facing, you may have one or more of these. You're frustrated with the business building process because you don't have a mentor to deal with to help you get through challenges. You're not sure what to do and when to do it. You're not making enough money or serving enough clients. You're probably working way too hard and really feel like you're spinning your wheels. and you are probably either afraid of or avoiding sales and marketing, or don't have the right techniques in sales and marketing to make the difference. Okay, so what is level 1 going to give you? It's going to give you confidence to represent your business and your products and your services with passion and really get on that platform. Okay, you'll have a better understanding of your business, how to finance or control cash flow or keep more of the money that you earn. Whatever you want to bring to the table, we'll be covering. You'll have the ability to attract with very little effort your ideal clients who will be grateful for what you offer. They'll be loyal to you because your products and services are perfect for them, and they know that they can count on getting value from you. You'll also learn how to grow quickly by implementing the right marketing and sales strategies for the plans that you have for your business, for your brand, and for your target market. And we will talk about all this attraction marketing, like building an irresistible brand, building a brand that stands out, building a brand that leaves a lasting impression. These are the things that get you moving to the next level. Okay, so what do you actually get? Those are the kind of things that you'll learn, but what do you actually get in level 1? You get a few things. Number 1, we will do a monthly Q&A call with me. This is your coaching call of the month. So when you're freaking out, you're just like, I just don't know how to get to the next level. I just don't know if my plan is right. I just don't know if I have the right strategy. I'm just not sure if I'm selling properly. I need help with this script. Whatever's blocking you, that's what I want to help you with on this call. So you will have access to me live. I sit in office hours for several hours, and you will know exactly when those hours are, and you call in and you ask your question. The other thing is if you want to hang out on the line, you'll have an opportunity to listen to the other questions that people will be calling in with. And I can't tell you how incredibly valuable it is, because you end up getting a lot more coaching than what you signed up for. Because typically the problems that one entrepreneur is struggling with are the ones that they're pretty universal in many ways. Okay, the second thing that you get is we will do an expert call once per month. And you guys have done this before. You're doing one right now. So it's similar to this, except for we might cover different topics. So we will basically do a virtual training. We do this once per month. And this, for me, is about the latest trends and strategies and steps in business, okay? So we are going to talk about how social media marketing really works so that you don't keep wasting time. We're going to talk about, the difference between communicating with men and women in business. We're going to be talking about speaking and designing platforms and elevating your platform so that you can really expand your products and services beyond, your storefront. We'll teach you how to create joint venture partnerships. These are obviously incredibly helpful because I bring on the experts, the best experts in the country, and sometimes outside of the country. So we noodle back and forth. We mastermind. We've got our community asking questions. It's really awesome. Okay. What else do you get? You get downloads of all the calls, of course, because, you need to have those. And then you'll also get discounts on any special promotions that we have, any of our product services, events, things of that nature. But you also are going to get bonuses because I love bonuses. So how much is this? It's $47 per month. You pay month to month, so it's really, really easy. It's a monthly subscription, so you can cancel any time that you like. There's no long-term commitment. I want you to get value. If you're not getting value, then I don't want you to be there. So in addition to everything that we talked about that you get, like I love to give away other things. So let's talk about the bonuses that you get for your $47 per month. Okay? I invite you to include a business associate or a partner or a spouse for free. So really it's 2 for the price of 1. I do this because I want them to be in the conversation with you. It's really important to me. You also get, actually for the first 3 people who sign up for this, you will get a strategy session with me. This is a 45-minute call where we are going to drill down and talk about what's going on with your business and what you need to do going forward in order to make a massive shift. I normally charge $1,500 for the strategy session. And then finally, let me give you the registration link so that you can join our community. So if you go to amyapplebaum.com/level1, I'm bringing you actually to a website page. This way it gives you an opportunity to see everything that I just said on the page. But go ahead and join. and we will make sure that you are, I'm sorry, you know what I'm thinking about right now? I just realized that the 2-for-1, I forgot the coupon code. So here's what I want to tell you. Go ahead and sign up for you and your partner or your spouse or whoever it's going to be. So you're going to sign up twice, and then Laura will go into the system and she will remove one of those for you. That'll be the easiest way to do it. That's one way. The other option is you can call us. I'll give you a quick phone number, and that is 310-376-1046. And what you can just let us know who your partner is, sign up one time, and we will go ahead and enter them in for free. I'm so sorry about that.
That's okay. Amy, could you just repeat the phone number for me?
Yes, it's 310-798-6125.
I'm just putting it in the chat box so everybody can see it.
Yeah, I'm sorry about that. So let me just say that again. Go to amyapplebaum.com/level1. Go ahead and sign up for yourself. Forget signing up, two of you. Take that totally back. Just sign up for yourself and then call the number that I gave you, 310-798-6125, and just, you know, we'll take the name of the person that you want to come in for free, and we'll handle that for you. Does that make sense, Liz and Carol?
Yes, it does. Thank you. And I have put that information in the chat box so people can see it.
Oh, perfect. Thank you so much. Okay, so to stay in contact, please, facebook.com/Amy.Applebaum. I also have twitter.com/Amy Applebaum. And amyapplebaum.com is the website. The end, ladies. I am ready for questions if you want to do that or anything that you want to do now. Thank you so much.
Oh, thank you, Amy. I have a quick question from Wendy. She had requested if you could re-show the success map slide once before the end of the webinar. Just so she can take note of that. Thank you.
Yes. Yes.
Carol, this is Liz. We have time for about 1 or 2 more questions.
Okay.
And then we need to, I'll need to wrap us up.
Absolutely. I think that was the only one. I will just check with Wendy to make sure that that answered her question.
Okay, here is the success map. Can everybody see it?
Yes. And that seems to have resolved Wendy's question, so thank you.
Absolutely, no problem.
All right. That seems to be it.
That's it. Okay. Well, thank you very much, Amy, for, wow, so much information that you shared with us today. And clearly you have a great roadmap or strategy. You've got some wonderful, wonderful resources and advice and tools to offer to our client base, especially to people who are ready to take that next level of thinking and action to create more success. So I want to encourage all of you who are listening to check out Amy's website, amyapplebaum.com. Be sure to follow up on the offer to learn more about how her programs can help you to create more success with your business. And there's one thing that I do want to comment on. You mentioned the whole idea of needing support in areas of your business. And I think that is one of the biggest challenges as an entrepreneur. And so this offer that you have where they can invite somebody else to join the program with them, I think that's really, really wonderful, because as entrepreneurs, we are really good. We are built to bring something into the world, and that's really where we should focus our time and our energy. And so it becomes really important as your business grows and evolves to begin bringing in people, that army of people who will help you do all the things that you need to do to create success. So on behalf of Practice Pay Solutions, this is Liz Christopherson and Carol Vickers, and we want to thank Amy Applebaum for joining us today and sharing such wonderful brilliance around 7 must-dos of success. Again, we encourage you to visit her website, amyapplebaum.com. We look forward to our next webinar, which will be coming up shortly. If you've not had a chance to sign up for the Business Mastery Series through Practice Pay Solutions, please just go to the main website, practicepaysolutions.com, and you'll see a banner that says Business Mastery Series. Take a look at the upcoming presentations that we have and sign up. You will also get access to past webinars, and you'll get information about the Round 2 version that we're working on, which will launch later this summer and fall. So thanks again, everyone, for joining us. Go out and make it a great day, and we look forward to hearing your story on our next session.
Thank you so much, Amy.
Oh, you're welcome. Thank you so much for having me.
You're welcome. Bye-bye now.